Hey, what's up everyone? Pablo from Style Systems. First impressions, last impressions, right? We've all heard this saying, first impressions, last impressions. But I want to give you a little bit more of insight when it comes to this statement. It is true, but why is it true? This is something that I'm going to talk about today on my Power of Image weekly lectures. I'm about to start my worldwide live lecture. But before I do that, I wanted to share a little bit of it, for you guys for free. So first impressions, last impressions. Yes, it is true. But why is it true? I mean, first of all, we all do it, man. I mean, we all fucking do it. The moment that we meet someone new, we immediately start creating some sort of analysis, observations, judgments, whatever you want to call it. So we meet someone new, we're hanging around, our friends, whatever, and then someone new comes, and then he leaves or she leaves, and immediately we're like, oh, did you see him? Did you saw her? What do you think about her? Well, she was kind of cute, but you know what I'm saying, or women, oh yeah, he was okay, but this. So we all do it naturally. The moment that you see me or you see someone new, you immediately start relating to something that you already know, like, oh, okay, his accent, you start trying to think like, oh, what is he from? Mexican, Spanish, Spaniard, I don't know, man, whatever. So you start, inside of your own head, you start to correlate from past experiences and you start to create your own image about me. Even if it's true or not, the image that I'm presenting or who I am, it is outside of me. The moment that I see you as the moment that I meet somebody new, I stop being me and now my image becomes his or hers. Because she or he will start inside of her own head or his own head will start creating an own image of me based on how I'm dressed, based on the rings that I have, based on the words that I use, based on the accent that I have and whatnot. So first impression, last impressions, yes. But why is it so important that on the first impression, you present yourself in the best way possible? And what does that mean? Well, whatever it is that you want. If you want to be known as the ultimate seduction artist, then your image must be aligned with that, right? Or if you want to be known as the best lawyer in town, then your image must be aligned with that too. So presenting a good image has nothing to do with wearing a specific brand or outfit. It has to do with many other things that I'm not going to talk about today. But first impression, last impressions it has to do with one of the axioms of image. One of the undeniable truths about imagology, which is, it is almost impossible, listen to me carefully everyone, it is almost impossible to create, or to work on a damaged image, then create a new one. I hope that makes sense. It is almost impossible to try to save the image of someone or something. It is way more difficult to do that than creating a new image. This is one of the axioms. Because let's say that right now, you don't like me, you don't want to see me right now. You're just clicking and you're like, okay, I'm gonna give him one opportunity. And then you hear me and like, nah, fuck this guy, I don't want to hear him anymore. Because you think that I curse too much. Because you think that I'm a bad guy. Because you think that I'm just a wetback. Because you think, whatever it is that you're thinking. So if my impression is already embedded inside of you, it's already inside of you like, nah, fuck this guy, nah. There's something about him that I don't like it. Nah, fuck him, I don't like him. If that happens, for me, it's going to be very difficult to clean that image of me inside of you than to present you a new image. So let's say, hey, don't go, hey, please don't go. I'm actually not a bad guy, you know. I curse a lot. I say fuck this, I say fuck that. But I'm actually a very good guy. I'm a genuine good guy. But if you have inside of your mind like, no, it's against my values. I don't hear no one. I don't like somebody that curses a lot. Blah blah blah. I don't like someone with mustache. I don't like Mexicans. Simple as that. I don't like someone that is outside of America. Boom. Simple as that. It could be simple as that. But I'm trying like, hey, no, actually, you know, I've lived all over the world, so I'm trying to explain myself. So I already lost. First impression, last impressions. So it's going to be very difficult for me to try to change that image that you have of me. It's going to be almost impossible. It's going to take a lot of money, a lot of effort, and a lot of time. So it is better for me, and as your image consultant, I give you this piece of advice. It is way better to destroy that image and create a new one, present a new one. So let's say that my image as your image consultant is already destroyed because you don't like Mexicans, you don't like cursing and blah, blah, blah. So what can I do? Does that mean that I'm lost? No. If I really want your business and if I really want to persuade you, then what I should do is change my image. And it could be from my tonality. I can speak in a different tone of voice, you know, I could be more like upbeat, whatever. I could stop cursing. I could shave myself so you don't think like I'm Pancho Villa or some shit like that. You know, and I'm playing with perception. I'm playing with the stimuli that I'm presenting, and I'm manipulating the perception of you, of me, inside of you, if that makes sense. So those are the things that you can do, and that is why first impressions, last impressions, you know, are very important. This is why this statement is very important, because the first impression that you give is going to be what's the word? It's going to be inside of the mind of your audience, and it's going to be very difficult to take that image out. Okay, so you have to be very careful that when you meet someone new or whatever, if you're trying to make a video, if you're trying to become an entrepreneur, you know, making a brand out of yourself, you should be very careful and give a lot of thought on how are you going to present yourself. Is it going to help you or not? Is my accent going to help me or not? Well, whatever. It is up to me, right? What I'm doing, it's calculated. Even if I say fuck you right now, it's calculated. You may say, come on, Pablo, that's bullshit. But it is. That is what any image consultant will tell you. We analyze all the perspectives, and we give you the one that works for you the most. So remember, be careful in the way that you present yourself, because first impressions, last impressions. And it's going to be very difficult to take that bad image of your target audience. And when that happens, it is at that point, it is better to destroy that image and present a new one, okay? But instead of, you know, changing your image all of the time, which eventually works against you because you appear as being unstable and whatnot, it is better to start your image from the very get-go, from the beginning, start correctly. So that's why I'm giving you this free advice. I want you to become the best version of yourself. I'm about to go to do my live weekly lecture, you know, my live worldwide lecture from the Power of Image, where I'm going to talk about this, but more in depth. So if you're not part of the group or the program, I highly suggest that you do it. It's only $97 a month. I mean, come on. If you cannot make $97 a month, then there's something wrong with you, and unfriend me right now. With that, I will see you on the next one.